happy to visit with them.
I have a question for you.
For sure.
So as a CA without an elected MLA in government, how can your position help us to represent our constituents?
It's a great question. And I think it very much ties into what you were talking about with the Honorable Mr. Nixon about the role of CAs. I'm going to be quite candid and say that I don't think that our party has effectively empowered CAs to really do what they can within the local areas. And the reason why that's such a lost opportunity is we have 87 potential MLAs. We know that we have far less than that in the city of Calgary. We have 12 less than we had in April of this year. So why not put the resources within the party to training and providing skills and resources to our representatives within the constituency association so they can actually do a lot of that work. They can do the outreach work. When we talk about the database being in such a terrible disarray, why don't we actually have our volunteers canvass on an annual basis, in part perhaps for fundraising, but also in part to ensure that we get that data into Elections Alberta in a much more effective way. It's honestly an idea that just came to me while I was sitting here listening to this, because we've looked at the call sheets or the data sheets in Old Stittsbury Three Hills too, and I mean there's people on it that have been dead for a substantial amount of time. The phone numbers are terrible. Like I do believe we can do a lot better with that, and plus at the same time we're making the connections with the folks. So, and I think our people want to do that, Cheryl. I think our people want to volunteer, and I think they want to connect with other people in their local area. So I think the CAs can absolutely do that, and I think that it's not that hard for us to provide a way greater degree of connectivity than we have. I know the party has said that FOIP is the reason why we don't share a lot more of that information. But I think Cheryl got all of you to sign an NDA tonight. So why couldn't there also be a form that directors sign that indicates, yes, share my information, so that actually Cheryl could be put in touch with presidents across the city, across the province, and not just the presidents, but the VP communications, the VP fundraising, the VP memberships, all of those positions, the secretaries. In my mind, 87 constituency associations plus our provincial board, we should have a half a dozen groups that are communicating like every week. And it's easy to do it by text or by email of the 87 local ones plus the provincial one. And all we would have to do is have those folks sign to say, please, yeah, share my information, it's fine. So Cheryl, I think it's a great question. And one of the things, like even listening to Minister Nixon tonight, or the Honorable